Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be explaining in detail about the most hot topic which is being spoken currently in the automobile market, the iMT gearbox. So let's get going. And before that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram for various updates regarding everything related to automobile. So let's get going. You guys might have heard and noticed about the iMT gearbox which is going to be sourced to the Hyundai Venue and the upcoming Kia Sonet. And one thing is to be noted that Hyundai is offering all types of gearboxes which are available on the automobile world. They have a manual gearbox, a standard in all cars, a torque converter gearbox which you can see in most of the Hyundai cars like the Creta, Verna, Elantra and the Tucson. And there is also a DCT transmission which recently Hyundai introduced in the turbo variants of the Venue, Verna and the Creta. And in CVT gearbox too, like the one on the i20. And there's also a AMT gearbox like the one in the Santro. And with this list they have added up another type of gearbox, that is the iMT gearbox. So the full form of iMT is Intelligent Manual Transmission. But what makes the manual transmission to be expressed as intelligent? I will explain that. This transmission has been named as the Intelligent Manual Transmission just because this manual transmission doesn't have a clutch pedal. Yes, there will be only two pedals, one for the brake and one for the accelerator, and the normal stick shift which you can see in most of the manual cars. But this gives you a complete control of what you would expect from driving a car with a manual gearbox, but in the absence of a clutch pedal. So you don't have to press the clutch to slot into a gear and releasing it slowly in order to get going. And all you have to do is to slot the stick shift in whichever gear you want to and accelerate it in order to move the car. So basically when you're driving a car with an iMT gearbox, there is no job for your left leg, like what you would experience in driving an automatic car. But at the end of the day, you're actually driving a car with a manual gearbox. You can shift the gears directly without a clutch and accelerate it in order to get going. But guys, don't get confused with this iMT gearbox and the AMT gearbox which is available in most of the car right now. Though they might sound the same, but they really aren't. Now let me explain you in a technical manner. The AMT uses the exact same gear and clutch setup as seen in a manual transmission. But in place of a gear lever and a clutch pedal inside the cabin of the car, which are manually operated by the driver, the AMT transmission has a hydraulic actuator system mounted inside the engine which operates both the clutch and the gearbox. The actuators of the AMT system are linked to the ECU of the car which gives the input and the output goes to the gears and the clutch. The gear shift pattern is pre-programmed from the factory and the data is stored by the ECU. So whenever the RPM climbs to a certain level, the ECU automatically controls the actuators to operate both the clutch and the gearbox in synchronization. But on the iMT gearbox, the case is actually a bit different when compared to the AMT. In iMT, there is a transmission gear shift lever or the TGS. It is joined by the intention sensor, hydraulic actuator and then transmission control unit. And other components of the circuit are a concentric slave cylinder, clutch tube and a usual clutch and pressure plates, and thereby engaging and disengaging the clutch. These components work together with the conventional manual gearbox which is mated to the engine. So all you have to do is to change the gear lever as usual and the clutch action is carried out automatically without any hassle. So one thing is to be noted that the iMT as a whole isn't a manual transmission or neither an automatic transmission, and this iMT is placed in between the manual and the automatic transmission. With the iMT, the driver is relieved of the clutch operations, especially in the stop-go traffic in the city. Meanwhile, it still provides the driver with the control of shifting gears at will and thus retaining the driving involvement of a manual transmission. Moreover, Hyundai claims that the iMT doesn't compromise on fuel efficiency and performance since it uses a conventional manual gearbox underneath. And one thing is for sure that the iMT is definitely a gearbox that would put a very big smile on your face while driving it in an enthusiastic manner, as it gives you a complete control of what you would expect in a manual transmission except the presence of the clutch, and at the same time it increases the convenience and the ease of driving. So in my point of view, I think that this will be a huge success for the Hyundai Kia Group and a new innovation on the automobile world. So if you would like to share your valuable thoughts, views and ideas about this gearbox, then do comment below. So that's all everyone. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.